Hi, my name is Kizal from High Pines Trading Consultancy, and this is my demo for NetSuite in the financial process flow. So right now what I will do is to show you that I'm already in my role, US controller, as we will want to go through all the financial reporting and modules. So right now, the first thing you can see here is your KPI. So you can see your KPI for sales, payables, receivable, profit, and then you can see the current and previous period, which can be of course edited to your specific periods, and of course they show you the changes here with the arrows. Towards the bottom there's a constant financial ratio, so it's all your financial ratio, which is your current ratio, days inventory on hand, asset turnover, and there's also the arrow to show us whether the figures go increase in the positive manner or decrease in the negative manner. So now you also can also set up, and then when you set up to whether to restrict to only your team or only yourself, whether you want a custom financial ratio, KPI scoreboard, you want to do custom, you want the standard financial ratio, or more inventory or more sales. Now next I want to see here is your reminders, to show you all the reminders of your items, and also down here your subsidiary navigator. Your subsidiary navigator is very useful for a company who have multiple subsidiary and you want to see specific KPI, custom financial ratio, or KPI. If I just click the HQ, then you can see on the right it's starting to load to consolidate all of my subsidiaries here. So now you can see figures have changed, and this will be taken for all my subsidiaries. So right now let me show you another example. If I click just the subsidiary here, and then it will be reflected to this subsidiary only. Okay, so let me click into this profit KPI, and then it will appear in my profit and loss. So you can see my profit and loss here, cost of sales and gross profit, as you can see. So now what I want to show you is, first you can change the period. So there are a lot of periods that you can change, or you want to set a custom period where you set the dates yourself. Then you can choose the period you want to. This is your subsidiary context. For example, if I want a consolidated profit and loss, then I want to see from my HQ. And then the column here, I can also divide it by class, department, location, or subsidiary. So what I want to show you is to see by subsidiary hierarchy, and then this and then let me refresh. Okay, so right now I refresh, you can see now I can see my profit and loss based on subsidiary here. So when it's based on subsidiary, I can see okay, this subsidiary, how much is this and this, and then do a proper comparison between the two profit and loss. Okay, so this is the profit and loss for NetSuite. Okay, so something you can do the reports here as well. You can, of course, you can expand it, or you want to make into a graph. Then I can make this into a graph that you can see. You can export to, of course, Excel and PDF, or in Words. You can also print it out, send an email here, or perform a scheduled report where I can choose a time where I want to send this report out. So over here I can set my time. If I want it to run more than once, I click tick this box here, and then I can say whether I want it weekly or maybe monthly, depending on the reports that you want to send and the frequency that you want to send the reports for. And then you put the recipient and you can put some messages down here. Alright, so what I want to do now is to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so now we are back in the dashboard, and I want to see the balance sheet now. So how do I go to the balance sheet? You can go through the navigation portlets. So that from the navigation portlet, I can directly go to balance sheet. So under my financial statement, balance sheet, then they open a new window. Okay, so now my balance sheet is created. Again, you can see from here the balance sheet, and it's the same where I can adjust my period, whether I want it to be subsidiary or my HQ consolidated. And then over here as well, I can also separate it by subsidiary, location and department, or by hierarchy. And if I click refresh, it will of course reflect the changes that I did. Okay, so now what I want to do is to go to my navigation portlet. So let's go back to the dashboard again, and then go to my chart of accounts. So how do I go to my chart of accounts? Let's load a little. Okay, so let's scroll down to my navigation portlets. I want to go to the controller navigation portlet where I can see my chart of accounts. Alright, so now I've opened my chart of accounts. So you can see now my accounts, the type of accounts, description, currency, foreign currency balance and current balance. Okay, so now I want to click on new to see how to add new chart of accounts. So over here you can put in your account number, the name of account, whether it's a sub account, your type of account, your currency or this account, the general rate and cash flow rate, and then over here whether is it inventory, whether is it taking into account the elimination of intercompany transaction, and then whether it's restricted to department and class. And here you can choose whether this chart account is registered to your subsidiary or all of your subsidiaries. Okay, so from here you will be able to create your chart accounts and then specify which account goes to which department, class or subsidiary. Okay, so let me go back to my dashboard, which is here. And then the next thing I want to do is to show you budgeting. So to go to budgeting, I can go to my navigation portlet under financial ratio, navigation portlet, financial ratio, bank, and here budgets. Alright, so first it will show you all your current budgets. So what I do now is to click new budget. Okay, so now I created my budget. First thing I can do is to choose your subsidiary, the year, the budget category, whether it's for specific customer project, items, class, department, location, and account type, whether you want the balance sheet items, income and expense item, or etc. So right now, let me scroll down. You can see here these are all my accounts under the income and expense, and then I can, for example, click here, it's 1 million, and then I want to fill. Alright, so actually you click here and then click fill. So now it fills to all the location. So how about my cost of goods sold? Let's say my cost of goods sold for a year, I want it to be 2.5 million. I want to distribute it throughout the year. So let me click on distribute, and then it will split this 2.5 million to every month instead. So it's very easy and useful to use, that you can just fill or distribute your amount here to all of your budgeting item. Okay, so this is for budgeting, and let me just show you quickly show you the budget versus actual here. So in the budget versus actual, you will be able to see a comparison whether is it over budget or under the still within the budget that you prescribed. And then of course you can customize your report, and then in your customization you can make the name, you can change the layout, you can choose your subsidiary context, whether is it consolidated or specific subsidiary, and then you can also add a calculation for a new formula where you want to summarize specific expenses to put in as a line item. And then you can edit the columns, you can filter, you can sort, and then you can have also additional reporting, whether is it cash basis, whether you want to show 0 items, and of course further, like only certain employees and department can see these specific reports here. Alright, so this for reporting. Next I want to go through is the financial period. So let me go back to dashboard. My dashboard is here, my period is here, so I want to see my accounting period. So now I open up my accounting period. For this account, my financial period is in January to December. Okay, so let me click on one of the period. You can see here my period is already closed for my FY 2007, and it's already locked. So it's closed and locked already since it's already checked. So let me see my current so current, you can see like 2018, my transaction is still unlocked because it's just recent transactions. Okay, so let me click into one of the checklists. Then from my checklist I can actually lock down my account receivable, account payable, or I can just lock all. So if I click lock all, I can just mark all my subsidiary, and then I can lock all the accounting periods for this period here, December for 2018. So this is a way for you to do a checklist and to lock your transaction, so that previous transaction that's already been checked will not be edited or changed throughout the system.